The story begins with a young couple, Matt and Nadia, who arrive to live in their new house. This house is located in a deserted area with no other houses or population around it. Fed up with the hustle and bustle of the city, Matt and Nadia wanted a quiet house like this. And Matt got this beautiful house at a very low price. When they enter the house, it is in terrible condition, as if it had been vacant for many years. So they start cleaning the house, and Matt begins throwing all the useless stuff out of the window. While cleaning the kitchen, Nadia finds a dead bird, which she takes outside to bury. But then Matt calls out to her from the window above, drawing Nadia's attention upward toward Matt. When she looks back at the bird, it has disappeared. Seeing this, Nadia finds it strange and wonders where the bird suddenly vanished. On the other side, Matt also notices something strange in the wall. To investigate it, he tears off the wallpaper and finds a large door that requires a key to open. Matt starts searching for the door's key and finds it in the junk he threw outside. He then inserts the key into the door's lock and opens it. Nadia arrives there as well. They see a dark, pitch-black room inside, and as soon as they step into that room, the lights outside suddenly start blinking. Seeing this, both of them sense something is wrong. To fix this problem, Matt says they should call an electrician. Saying this, he leaves, and Nadia is left alone near the room. Nadia now thinks about whether she should enter this room or not. But then Nadia feels a strange fear, so she follows Matt. The night passes, and the next day, Nadia calls an electrician. Shortly after, an electrician arrives to fix the blinking lights problem. While checking the house's lights, he reaches the basement and is shocked by what he sees. The entire basement is filled with electrical wires, with not a single corner without wires. These wires look very old, and the electrician says he has never seen anything like this before. Anyway, the electrician manages to fix the house's lights and is about to leave. As he's leaving, he asks Matt, "Why on earth did you buy this house? The previous owner of this house was murdered in this very house, and since that day, no one has been willing to live here." Hearing this, Matt becomes very frightened and starts researching the house. During his research, Matt finds an old news article on the internet about the Thompson family, which was a couple. The article stated that the couple living in this house was killed by their own son, whose name was John. During the investigation, John tells the police that this house made him commit these murders. Matt finds this to be a full story, and after researching for several hours, he gets tired. Then, hiding from his wife, he sits in that dark room and starts drinking alcohol. There were already 2 sips of alcohol left in the bottle, which he drinks and empties the bottle, thinking to himself, "I wish I could get another bottle to drink." Suddenly, the lights start blinking, and the light goes out for a while. When the light comes back on, there's a bottle of alcohol in front of him. Seeing this, his eyes remain wide open, and when he touches and checks the bottle, he realizes it's a real bottle. This means this room can fulfill any wish. The next morning, Nadia wakes up from sleep. She sees that Matt isn't there, so she goes to that room to look for Matt. Going there, she sees that the entire room is filled with expensive paintings and new things, and Matt is very happy. Matt tells Nadia that this room has the power to fulfill any wish. He tells Nadia that whatever you want, just ask for it from your heart, and it will appear before you. Hearing this, Matt's words seem like a joke to Nadia, so she starts laughing at Matt. But Matt says, "Just try it once." Then Nadia says, "Okay, fine. Right now I need a job, so I'll ask for that." Then Matt explains to her that this room can't give you a job, A skit for something else. Nadia says she took this shortcut so she wouldn't have to endure the pain of miscarriage or labor. She says they will both be very happy with this baby. But Matt wasn't ready to accept this baby. And he tells Nadia to go into that room and wish for the room to take this baby back now. Even though Nadia doesn't want to, she comes to that room and tries to make the baby disappear. But she can't do it, so she hands the baby over to Matt. Now, holding the baby in his arms, Matt also becomes emotional and can't wish to make the baby disappear either, so he puts the baby back in Nadia's arms. Now they both decide they will raise this baby, and in this way, they both become parents of a child. Now Nadia is quite happy about the baby, but Matt has no attachment to this baby at all, and Matt wants to gather more information about this room, so he starts researching again. And he finds out that the boy who murdered the house as owner his own parents is still alive and is spending his life in a mental hospital. After learning this, Matt takes some money from the pile of money he wished for and sets out to meet John. After reaching the hospital, a nurse asks Matt, "Are you a reporter?" Because in the past 45 years, no family member has come for John. Hearing this, Matt lies and says, "I'm also a reporter." After a while, John arrives. John had become old, and John sits at the back table and tells Matt, "I was waiting for you." Hearing this, Matt finds it strange, and he directly asks John, "What do you know about this room? And why did you kill your mom and dad?" Then John says, "I didn't kill my parents. That room made me do it." After this, John smiles and says, "I know you're having fun right now, plenty of food and drink, expensive clothes and enjoyment. But soon you'll have to pay the price for it." And John tells Matt to leave this house as soon as possible. Matt doesn't think John's mental state is right, so he leaves him there and starts returning home. On the way, he stops his car at a gas station to fill up with petrol. After filling petrol, when Matt reaches into his pocket to pay the employee, instead of money, ash comes into his hand. Seeing this, he becomes worried and, after giving money from his other pocket to the employee, goes straight home and starts thinking that when he left, he had put a lot of money in his pocket. Then where did that money suddenly disappear? Now, to confirm this, he takes the money he had wished for from the room, picks it up, and throws it out the window. And in no time, that money suddenly disappears. After this, Matt picks up a painting he got through wishing and keeps half of it inside the house and half outside. After just a few moments, the part that was outside the house turns to ash, and the rest remains as it was. Seeing this, Matt understands that they can't take anything given by this room outside the house, or else all those things will turn to ash. Matt now starts breaking the room's wall to find out what exactly is hidden in this room. But inside the walls, there was nothing except tangled wires. Everywhere there were just wires and wires. Nadia also arrives there due to the noise of breaking the walls. Nadia, holding the baby, starts going outside. But Matt stops her from going outside and says it's not safe to take the baby outside. He can't tell her the real reason, but he himself knows that anything wished for from that room will be destroyed if taken out of here. But despite Matt's refusal, Nadia takes the baby outside. As soon as she takes him outside, the baby starts crying loudly, and his color starts changing. Seeing this, Nadia also starts screaming. Hearing Nadia's voice, Matt runs to her and brings both of them back inside the house. And now we see that the small baby is no longer a small baby, but has become an 8-year-old boy in just a few seconds. Here, Matt tells Nadia the whole truth. That room can fulfill our every wish, but we can't take the things it gives us outside the house. Otherwise, those things will age and turn to ash." Hearing this, Nadia becomes very sad, and now they both decide to keep this child in the house and never let him go outside, or else he will die. In this way, days pass. Nadia teaches the child everything inside the house. She considers him her son and names this. Child Shane. Shane was quite different from other children. He didn't listen to anyone, nor did anything affect him. His behavior was not at all childlike. During meals, he used to eat ice. But despite all these behaviors, Nadia loved Shane very much. Nadia explains to Shane that he can't go outside the house because there are dangerous people outside who will kill him. Hearing this, Shane becomes very disappointed and looks at the outside world through the window or door from inside the house. Whenever Nadia went outside or came inside the house, she would lock the door so Shane couldn't get out of the house. One day, when Shane is playing with a snow globe in the house, Matt arrives there now, because Matt had no attachment to Shane at all. He scolds Shane, saying he shouldn't play here in fear. The snow globe falls from Shane's hand and breaks. Shane is very hurt by Matt's behavior. At night, Shane goes near their room and secretly starts listening to Nadia and Matt's conversation. They both talk about that room. Hearing this, Shane starts to suspect that there must be something in that room that he's unaware of. He thinks, "I don't know why they don't let me go outside the house and tell me to stay away from that room." So Shane picks up a torch and starts investigating the house, and moving forward, he reaches straight to the basement where there were lots of tangled wires, passing through all of them. He finally reaches that room, and here he learns the whole secret throughout the night. Lights keep blinking all over the house, but Matt and Nadia don't notice anything because they're asleep. Hearing all this, Nadia becomes very sad, and she takes the car and leaves the house, which makes Matt worry about her. Nadia thinks about killing herself to give life to Shane, but she can't do it. Here, Matt sits at the table and starts having dinner with Shane. Then Shane asks Matt, "Where did my mom go?" and asks him many more questions. Getting irritated, he tells Shane that he's not their real son and he doesn't have any parents. Not only this, but in anger, he throws Shane out of the room. In fear, Shane goes crying up to his room. After just a while, Matt realizes his mistake. He goes to Shane's room and starts apologizing to him, and they both sleep together all night. When Nadia returns home, seeing them both sleeping together makes her feel very good. After a while, Matt wakes up and sees that Nadia has returned home. Matt tells Nadia that he was very worried about her and says, "Please forgive me because I yelled at Shane and fought with you too." During their conversation, they both come closer to each other, and when they are being intimate in the room, Shane silently watches them from the door. He feels an attraction toward Nadia in his heart. Now, he wants to do all these things too, so he waits for them both to fall asleep. When they both go into deep sleep, Shane sneaks in and steals the key to go outside from Matt's pocket. The next morning, Matt and Nadia see the front door open and understand that Shane has gone outside the house. They were afraid that he might have died. But then, seeing Shane in a different part of the house, they both are shocked because Shane had now become young and strong. He points a gun at his parents and threatens them. Then Nadia tries to explain to him. Meanwhile, Matt attacks Shane and a fight starts between them. But during their fight, Nadia gets pushed, causing her to fall and become unconscious. After a while, Matt wakes up and tells her that Shane died due to accidentally getting shot. Hearing this, Nadia starts crying. Matt consoles her and brings her back into the house. And here comes the biggest twist in the story, because the Matt who just carried Nadia into the house is not actually Matt, but Shane. On the other side, in the room where their fight happened, the real Matt regains consciousness and searches for his wife throughout the house. Then, seeing the lights flicker again, he goes toward that room. But his wife Nadia wasn't present there either. Here, Nadia had no idea at all that the man sitting with her is not Matt but Shane. But Nadia also notices some changes in Matt, and soon, from his habit of eating ice, Nadia realizes that this is not Matt but Shane, who has given himself Matt's appearance by wishing from the room. On the other side, the real Matt understands that he's trapped alone in this house. Shane has shifted his wife from this house to another house through wishing. Now, he starts breaking the wall with all his strength to get out of this house, and finally, crossing all the wires, he reaches that room, which was now a forest with lots of tall trees. Going there, Matt finds out that Shane had used the room to make this place quite large, and Shane had also built a duplicate house just like theirs there. He also understood that Shane had taken his form to kidnap Nadia and keep her in this duplicate house, and to be physical with her alone. As soon as this thought comes, Matt runs through that forest to get his wife back and finally reaches inside the duplicate house, where Shane is trying to force himself on Nadia. Seeing Matt coming inside, Shane again prepares to fight. Now, here, Nadia also can't recognize which is the real Matt because they both look exactly the same. And here they both tell Nadia to come with them. Now Nadia, acting wisely, takes Shane's name. Hearing this, Shane looks toward her, and Nadia understands that this is Shane. After which she pushes Shane and makes him fall down. Falling on the ground, he comes back to his real form. On the other side, Matt and Nadia try to get out of the room, but can't because Shane had wished from the room for them to remain trapped in this very house. Even after many attempts, when they can't get out of the house, Matt stops and starts thinking of some way to get out of there. Here, Matt cleverly makes a wish that their new form should remain inside this house, and their real form should go outside this house. Just then, Shane also arrives there and stabs Matt with a knife, killing him. After this, he starts explaining to Nadia to forget Matt and live with him. But during these conversations, he realizes that these are actually clones of Matt and Nadia, whereas the real Matt and Nadia run toward the forest outside the room. Seeing this, Shane becomes very angry and starts running after them quickly. Here, these to reach the real house. When Shane also reaches the real house, he runs and attacks Matt. But here, Matt, acting wisely, holds Shane tightly and takes him outside the house with him. Seeing his life in danger, Shane runs back toward the door, but before entering inside, Nadia closes the door. Now here, Shane tries to mislead Nadia. He says, "Please, Mom, open the door for me." But Nadia had understood now, so she sees Shane growing old while crying. Slowly his body starts melting, and finally, he turns into ash. Nadia comes near him and picks up the ash made from his body in her hand and starts crying because Nadia had considered him her son. After this, Matt comes near Nadia, and both hug each other. Now the scene shifts, and we are shown a scene a few months later, where Matt and Nadia settle in a small house and start living peacefully. But just a few days later, Nadia nervously does her pregnancy test, and the report comes positive, meaning now these two are going to have their own baby. With this story ends. If you liked this video, please subscribe to our channel and like the video.